Morning, Real Entrepreneurs TV. We have Orion Prater-Phillips this morning. We are talking about how we are adjusting our businesses with the COVID-19 situation. Also, in addition, what I'm excited about is discussing her event planning business and a Women Mean Business organization and how it's helping to empower, encourage, and shapes the lives of people in business. So looking forward to it. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. Doing as well as possible. So how are you adjusting with your business right now during the COVID situation right now? Everybody's making adjustments. How are you making adjustments?
Pretty much just learning this whole Zoom thing, Facebook Live thing, just having to do more of that instead of actually in-person stuff, whether it's meeting with a client. I have some weddings at the end of the year that brides are panicking a little bit, so I'm having to do more phone calls with them, more text messaging with them and stuff like that. So it's a big adjustment, especially on the bridal side, you know, having to deal with brides that's panicking because they can't go order cakes, they can't go get dresses, they can't do things like that. So having to be creative with, you know, just how you present things. So I have to hear them out, feel them out, see what it is that they want, be creative, whether it's creating a slideshow with dresses, shoes, hairstyles, stuff like that, or just doing, you know, just a lot of phone calls. It has, my world has transitioned into a lot of phone calls and emails.
Yeah. So how did you even get into the event planning business?
Being a young girl, having I'm the only child and only grandchild.
Okay.
So it would just be me, my mom, and my grandmother. And we always wanted to have family functions, have big things, but it was the three of us. So we would always just try to find ways to invite or have something for the whole family. So it always turned into this big extravaganza. And my grandmother and my mom, they love to plan stuff. So it just fell into my lap, really. And I just started doing parties and events and stuff for people. And before you know it, it became a business. Before you know it, it became enjoyable to me. I made it a business, and I've been doing it now for 12 years.
Okay. And talk a little bit about the business aspect of it, because party planning, I know, can be a hobby for a lot of people. So turning it into a business, what challenges did you have with that 12 years ago?
Well, I wouldn't say 12 years ago was the challenge. Starting it wasn't as hard as it is now, because 12 years ago, somebody might want to just have a 1-year-old birthday party in the backyard. And they'll call me just to kind of give them tips or guidance on who do I call to order a cake, or where can I get some balloons from, or you know, I just want to put everything together. I just need somebody there to put everything together. And the day of, I don't want to worry about anything. The day of, I want to enjoy my child's party, or I want to enjoy my birthday party. So I just need somebody to make sure the food is being replenished, make sure, you know, my guests are being served and stuff like that. So that's how it was 12 years ago. But now you have somebody who wants to throw a $10,000 party for a 1-year-old. So it's more of a challenge, I would say, now, because you have such people have such now with all these reality TVs and TV shows and stuff, people see these big events that celebrities are throwing or the celebrities are having. So now in my personal little life here in New Orleans, for example, I want to have a big party like the Housewives of Atlanta is having. So you're having to recreate events like what you see on television for sometimes smaller budgets.
Right.
So it becomes a challenge because you are trying to give your customer exactly what they want, but you have to, of course, cater to their budget or what they're able to, what they're able to get. So it does become a challenge, and sometimes it's a challenge for myself when I see people spending these thousands and thousands of dollars on birthday parties, and you're like, this 1-year-old's not going to remember this. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? And stuff like that. So sometimes I find myself, kind of talking the client out of something, but of course I'm giving the client exactly what they want. But at first, my first reaction is, are you sure you want to do this? That's a lot of money for a 1-year-old.
And how do you get clients right now? So I know on the family side, it may be by word of mouth, but to actually build out a business model for it, what do you suggest is a marketing strategy to get clients into the door to consult with them?
Right now, event planning is strictly, my event planning is word of mouth. I do one person's party or I do one person's wedding, and from that one event, I might get 5 or 10 events. So it's really just, word of mouth. I do have a website. I do have my social media and stuff, but it actually takes for someone to be at an event of mine and say, who did this? Who was your organizer? Who was your coordinator? And that's how I get a lot of my business.
Got it. That's good stuff. And what is the website? We want to make sure everybody knows about the need event planning help.
It is www.opulentproductions.net.
opulentproductions.net.
Yes.
Good. So more so on the business side of event planning. So that is the marketing side, right? So day-to-day operations. If I'm your client, what should be my expectations? We have an event. Right now I'm in the middle of planning a wedding, right? So if I hired your production company, what does that experience look like up until the day of?
Well, it depends, of course, what packet you get with me. I have different packages. I have one, my name is Orion. So my business is wrapped around the constellation Orion.
Okay.
So I have different packages. Like my top package is called Fly Me to the Moon. So that would consist of, from the day a person gets engaged and they call me and say, Orion, I want you to plan my wedding from start to finish. So, I would meet up with you. Of course, we would have, right now we would have our Zoom meeting. We would have our meeting. And I would just get your vision, your complete vision of what you want your wedding to be. And then, so like I said, the Fly Me to the Moon package is basically, I would truly say like 24 hours of access to me. You can text me, email me, call me with whatever it is that you may think about or, think of or come with an idea. You call me with all of your stuff after we have our initial meeting of your vision. After I receive your vision, I would start looking for the things for your vision. You say you want a 3-tier cake with rhinestones. I'll start reaching out to some bakers. You want this type of venue. I start looking for venues. So what I do is from your vision, I get 3 to 5 ideas of each aspect, whether it's the caterer, the venue, your design, all of those things. I get 3 to 5 ideas for each thing. And I then present it to you. So then we meet again, maybe a month or so after our initial consultation, and I present everything to you. So I guess now I will present everything to you in a PowerPoint slideshow. I will present it to you, and from there we will go, figuring out, well, I like this, I don't like this, I like this, but I want to change it a little bit and stuff like that. And, like I said, with the Fly Me to the Moon packet, I'm with the bride the whole time. When she goes dress shopping, I'm with the couple when they want to go pick out their venues, when they want to narrow it down to maybe their 1 or 2 choices and stuff like that. So I'm with you the whole time, the whole experience. And then the day of the event, you have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do. You come, you show up, you enjoy. And then, I have a smaller packet, like someone who may say, well, I'm the do-it-yourself bride. I'm the interactive bride. So these are the things that I've already done. These are the things that I might need a little polishing on. I need a little assistance with. And, I actually follow them.
Okay.
They're the lead. I just, I help them wherever they need assistance. And then I have like the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star packet, which is like really small. You want to have maybe a smaller event, or you've actually planned everything and I'm just here the month of the event to tie up loose ends, confirm with all your vendors, make sure everyone's paid, make sure all the final stuff is done. And then of course I have the day of. You have people that has planned their wedding completely. They've done everything is completely done, but the day of course, they don't want, to stress or worry about anything. So then for that packet, I would just meet with you maybe 2 weeks prior to your wedding, get all your details, get all your contacts, get everything from you. And then at that point, you kind of just turn it over to me. I reach out to all your vendors, make sure everything is done, finalize everything. And the day of, I'm there just coordinating everything.
And what's some of the misunderstandings of clients that you see when they hire an event planner? So there's sometimes a gap between expectations and reality when they seek out somebody like you. So what's some of those that you see to kind of help people see that this is kind of unrealistic?
I mean, it's the way I have everything spelled out in my packet and my contract. It's not really too many misunderstandings.
Okay.
But it'll be small things like a bride might freak out, her hairstylist. She might freak out and say, well, I thought you was going to plan that. And, I have no idea who you want to get your hair done by. I don't know who you normally go to the hairdresser, who your normal hairstylist is or whatever. So I've had that a couple of times. A bride will say, oh, I thought you were going to hook me up with a hairstylist, or, oh, I thought you was going to make that happen, stuff like that. So every now and then you may get some small things like that. I've actually had a bride that wanted me to do every single thing with her. Like when she went and got her nails done, she wanted me to be there. When, she went and got her final fitting, she wanted me to be there. And I just feel like sometimes as the event planner, I don't have to be there with you when you get your nails done to test your nail color, to make sure this is the color that you want, stuff like that. But you actually have people out there that want somebody there with them the whole step of the way, especially if they want their wedding to be a surprise to everybody. So you have brides that don't want nobody to know any details about their wedding. So, go and pick this out, or go and pick out their nail color. They don't have anybody, or they don't want anybody with them. So sometimes the event planner becomes their best friend.
Real Entrepreneurs TV, we are here to equip and empower and encourage aspiring and current entrepreneurs. So for the person that is interested in event planning as a business, but they're scared to get started for whatever reason, what advice do you have for them to get started in the event planning business?
Go for it. Go for what you know. You have to remember that everybody has something that they want to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's a meeting, some people take a small conference, a small meeting, of a 5-person meeting, and want to do it nice. That could be something that could be where you start. I just want to do small things, so don't be discouraged, especially when you see the $10,000, $15,000 birthday parties. Don't be discouraged by, I don't know if I can pull that off, or I don't think I can do that, or I don't have the resources to help that client do that. Everybody in today's society has some sort of business that you can bounce off of, that you can utilize and use, and don't be afraid to support other small businesses. Being an event planner, I have to be creative with some of my ideas or some of my resources or some of my vendors, because you don't want it to be Orion threw this party for me and it was exactly like my next door neighbors. So sometimes you have to kind of be creative with finding new ideas, finding new vendors and stuff like that. And so my advice to you is just do it. If it's something that you want to do and it's something that you think you're good at, do it. Go for it.
What's some of the resources? So give an example of that. So I'm just getting started and I have an event with a $10,000 budget is my first event. So besides Google, what other resources would somebody need to execute it in a way to where they could get referrals?
I mean, who uses Google now?
Yeah.
You know, social media is your number one referral piece. You know, you can type in Facebook groups for event planning. You know, you could type in that, and then from Facebook you get 1,000 different groups. You get 1,000 different, you know, recommendations and stuff like that. So it's just, I honestly, my personal experience, I have noticed that social media has become my best friend. You know, I get a lot of feedback. I get a lot of recommendations. We were just talking about my referrals and stuff. I get a lot of them from social media.
Oh, good.
You know, someone might type in, I'm looking for a cake. It could be something as simple as, I need a bakery in Marrero. Can you help me? Facebook. And someone will say, reach out to Orion with Opulent Productions. She knows all the bakers in the city. Right. You know, something like that. You know, so you have to be up to date with those things. You have to do a lot of networking. My event planning comes from a lot of networking. I'm always networking with people. I'm always supporting others. So therefore, when I meet people, I try them out. I might try them personally first, whether I'm giving my child a birthday party or I just want to have a dinner for my husband and I or something like that. I reach out to some of those businesses that has been referred to me or recommended to me, or I meet at a networking event. I use those people and we come to agreements. We use each other. So, you know, that's how I develop my my directory, I guess, my directory of my vendors. That's how I build mine. I use people and people use me.
And you have an event coming up pretty soon, May 8th through May 10th. You want to tell us about that?
My We Glow Together. That was not my original event. So I originally wanted to do something for Small Business Week for women. Women Means Businesses, it falls under the umbrella of Opulent Productions. Okay. And with Women Mean Business, I cater to women empowerment, women encouragement, women networking and stuff like that under Women Means Business. So I have different things that I do under the Women Means Business umbrella. I do an expo, a conference, an awards show, and this year I wanted to do a Small Business Week. So for the first full week of May, during Small Business Week, nationally it's Small Business Week, I wanted to do an event every single night for that week that caters to the business aspect of anything that you need, whether it was finances, a financial workshop, a business class. The business class was just strictly it was an invite only event for the women who won my awards in January. Okay. And I had a health night, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy business. I was on a fundraiser night and stuff like that. So that was for the first full week of May. Okay. But with everything, of course, going on, can't do my full week. So I decided to transition it over to a small virtual summit. Okay. So I'm still doing it in May, of course. It's still going to cater to my small business ladies. But now I'm able to do it global. You know, I'm able to bring it on a virtual standpoint. So now everybody is able to benefit off of this summit. But it's for women, of course. It's still my Women Means Business thing. So which is where I got my title from. We Glow Together. I feel like us women, we are going to take over this COVID-19 pandemic, and we're going to take advantage of it, and we're going to work together, hopefully. I want it to be a 2-day experience of you learning and glowing and growing together. So that's how I came up with it. Like I said, it wasn't originally supposed to be this, but just kind of had to turn it over a little bit and do this virtual summit.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know, what will a virtual summit look like now?
So, just like you would do, I want you to think of a conference that you go to for work. You know, you have usually either the first day or the first couple of hours of the conference, you have your registration, you have your welcome back event, you know, whether it's a welcome back or welcome thing where, you know, you have like a little keynote speaker, then you might have a mingle and mix, you know, hour or whatever. So we will be doing that on the first day. Okay. We're going to have us a little happy hour, sit at your coffee table and have your little drink or whatever, listen to you some music after you register, and just, that'll be the opportunity for everyone to just network with one another, introduce themselves, talk to each other, just a strictly networking mingle hour. And then the first day will actually be breakout sessions, panels. We're even going to do like a workout hour. We're going to have some people come in and tell you, put your tennis shoes on, let's do a little workout. And then the second day, we still have our breakout sessions and stuff like that, but we'll end it with a dinner per se, you know, grab your dinner or whatever, sit down and let's listen to some music and just close out, you know, just like a conference, you close out, live questions and answers, live chats and stuff like that amongst each other. And we'll have a virtual exhibit hall where we'll have vendors. You can go directly to their websites, directly to their social media, shop with them. And you'll have some special codes, so you'll be able to get some discounts on their websites and stuff like that.
Okay, good stuff. So to circle back, and that's May 8th through May 10th, correct? And how do people register for that? I just want to make sure everybody's
through Eventbrite, of course. It's www.eventbrite.com/we glow together.
Okay.
So you can always follow me on any of my social media pages, and it'll direct you to the Eventbrite page.
And before the COVID challenge, what was normal day-to-day business like? So now we're switching to the Zoom calls and the phone calls. So what was your normal before your new normal?
Honestly, I would say on Sunday evenings, for the most part, I would do it kind of like on a low-key day. I would sit back and search Facebook, search Instagram, see what events are coming up, see who has something going on for the week. Because my goal is always to go to one or two things during the week. Okay. Whether it's a meet and greet, something, a grand opening, a class. Just before this started, I was doing some workshops with SBA, just different things like that. So I would sit down and plan my week out, trying to figure out ways to get out there, trying to figure out ways to introduce Opulent Productions to any and everybody.
And the reason why I'm asking, I want the aspiring event planner and the current event planner to know what a productive routine is, right? Because for some people, entrepreneurship, that free time can help or hurt, right?
Yes.
So by us hearing your routine, I think it'll help somebody develop a routine.
All right, normally I'll be waking up for work. Just getting out there, getting your name known. So, like I said, whether I'm going to a workshop, a meet and greet, an opening or something, I'm always wearing my brand. I'm always letting people know that Opulent Productions is here. So that is my normal thing, going out there. And then if there isn't much going on during the week, I'm signing up for something. Before this new normal, people had virtual stuff. People did have things where you can go on the computer and join a Facebook Live and stuff like that. So, I would do small things like that to introduce myself, getting yourself out there, whether you're doing events, whether you're doing brides, weddings, even for the wedding side of it. I'm always going to like wedding shows, wedding pop-up shops and stuff like that. And that allows me to meet brides, even I'm always saying brides, but even meet grooms. You have active grooms out there. So, so I'm always you got to get your face out there. Yeah. So free time on an event planner or a business owner, period. You don't really have a lot of free time. You have to get out there and get your face out there, get your name out there, and let people know that you're here.
Yeah, I agree. Well, May 8th through May 10th?
Yes.
Okay, and we have, we'll make sure that we put the Eventbrite link in the video as well. Event planning as a business, I think you gave excellent advice. So that's for the aspiring event planner. Now, the person that's in the field just like you are right now and kind of got sidetracked or knocked off their feet by COVID, how can we encourage them as event planners to just keep going and let them know that they'll get back to normal as well? What's some advice you would give to the people that's already in the business?
The first thing first is this is the perfect opportunity right now to maybe do some rebranding, revamping, transition things. This is the perfect opportunity to, like I said initially, is the rebranding piece. Making sure your logo is clean and cut. 12 years, I just redid my logo. I'm honestly wearing my old logo shirt because 12 years ago, when I started my business, I created my own logo. I did my little logo. I think I did it through Publisher, to be honest with you. I created my little logo, whatever. But as the years go by, the years pass, you see these digital graphics. You see all of these new things and stuff. So this is your opportunity to sit back, look at your books, your finance books. This is your opportunity to look at your brand. Is it clean? Is it cut? Is it visible? Do people look at it and see what my business is? Do people really look at it and say, oh, she must be an event planner just by looking at her logo? She must be a makeup artist because her logo is colorful. Her logo is this, stuff like that. So this is just the opportunity right now, since you may not actually have busy work or, a physical work to do. This is your opportunity to just get your business together. This is your opportunity to plan something, because I am more than sure, I am 100% for sure that soon as all of this is over, people want to have those parties. Yeah. People are going to want to have those weddings. Yes. People are going to want to have all of those events that got canceled, got postponed and stuff like that. And you may have known a bride and a groom that felt like they didn't need a wedding planner because they had everything under wraps. But now that everything got canceled, now that everything got changed or pushed back or something, now they're going to panic. Now they're going to say, I need help. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to help. So now you have to be visible. Make sure you're ready. Right. That when this is over, you have to make sure you're out there, because you're going to get clients. This is just like the travel industry, just like the event planning piece. When this is all over, it's going to boom. People are going to want to catch up. People are going to want to have that party. People might still want to have that big Easter egg hunt that they couldn't have on yesterday. Right. On Easter Sunday, they're going to want to do something. And they're going to realize that they need some assistance. Yeah. So, it might be slow right now. You might not be getting the calls that you want, but they're going to come. I promise you.
I think that's excellent advice. So from there, we're going to go into our fire round. Right. So these are 2 questions that we ask every guest. So I'm excited about this. So you ready?
All right. Let's see.
All right. What is the one book that you recommend in business?
Book. Now, Emile, you're gonna make me be honest. You're gonna make me tell you.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Since this new day and age, I don't remember the last time I actually read a full book from start to finish.
Okay.
Because now all of my books are workbooks.
Yep.
Event planning workbooks, coaching workbooks and stuff like that. So an actual book that I sat back a little bit trying to see was the last book I actually read.
If it had to be one you had to recommend.
The People Factor.
Okay, I never heard that one.
It's I can't even think who the author is at the moment. And okay. I think that book is actually on my nightstand. But it's The People's Factor. It shows you how to interact with people. It allows you to figure out who you are so you can interact with people and how you react to people. It's just kind of getting down to who you are, really, and how you interact with people. And just as a business owner, I think that is very important. How you present, how you interact, how you just communicate with people all together. So the People Factor is a really big piece on communicating.
Okay.
That's probably one of the last books that I read from start to finish. And I'm going to get that author to you so you can make sure that
we'll find, we'll make sure we put in the notes. I'm looking forward to reading it. I never heard of that one before, so that's pretty good. So thank you for that recommendation. And last thing, if you lost your business completely and had to start all over, what would you do to get it back to where it is right now?
What would I do to get it back? That's a good one. If I lost my business right now and had to shut Opulent Productions completely down, and what would I do to get it back? Day in and day out, networking.
Okay.
Day in and day out, talking. One of the things that I've learned in this business, which I'm trying to catch up on it now, so I would say hopefully I would do this in the beginning, is the whole financial piece of it.
Okay.
Making sure I'm learning my bookkeeping, making sure I'm learning, making sure I have everything lined up with my finance piece from the beginning, where I don't learn that on the back end. And I'm trying to catch up or make sure my business is lined up with the money. I find that is a big problem with small businesses, or with my small business. I know a few people have that same problem, but so I won't say all small businesses, but I know that from the finance piece of it, when you want to start a business, when you start it as a hobby, you just go up and running. Yep. You have parties from the event point of it. I'm throwing parties, I'm doing stuff. Next thing you know, people was hiring me to do it, and I'm getting money here, I'm getting money there, and I'm not doing it properly. I'm not sitting back realizing, okay, with this party, I spent this amount of money, I made this amount of money, I was able to do this with this amount of money. Because it happened so fast when you started as a hobby.
Yeah.
So, I would say if I had to start all over and get it all together, my first thing is sitting back, finding out what I want to make from my business.
Good advice.
Because I think that goes a long way. You find with a small business, a smaller business, you find that you say, for example, I want to buy this workbook. Someone has a business workbook that I want to get. And it's $25. I feel like $25 is quick and easy. Let me just swipe my personal card.
Yeah.
I forget about my business card. I forget about the business money. I just say, oh, that's $25. Here's my card, and I pay for it. But you have to make sure you separate those things. So, you know, whether it's something I learned in one of the recent classes that I took, you know, even if you spend your personal money on something business related, or you want to swipe, I wouldn't say spend your personal money, but you swipe your personal card. The first thing you need to do, or the first thing you need to do is pay yourself out the business account to your personal account and then pay for it that way. So you know what I'm saying? So I just really wish that I had those techniques and those resources and that knowledge about the finance piece on the front end. So if I had to, I'm rambling, but if I had to start all over.
It's good advice. It's good.
You know, if I had to start all over, the money piece will be the first thing that I do to get my business back where I want it, to get it probably better than what it currently is. Because I think the money piece and the financial piece sometimes is our biggest holdup, our biggest thing for our business, because people tend to fall out of their business or lose their business because their finances are not correct with their business. And they find themselves in debt behind their business, or they find themselves in a lot of trouble because they don't realize that before you know it, you look at your business account and say, I didn't make any money this year.
Right. And
because you taking that business money and you're holding on to it, you're mixing it with your personal money, you're doing different things like that. And before you know it, you think, I didn't make any money, or I didn't do what I was supposed to do with that money because you're too busy mixing it up.
Right.
So that would be the first thing. I think that would be the first thing that I would do to get my business back up and running properly.
And what tools are you using for bookkeeping?
I have a CPA. I don't use tools.
I
don't use them.
Well, your CPA is your tool. That's your reason.
You know. So you know, you have to balance it out, and you have to make sure that everything is correct, because if not, you'll get yourself in a whole bunch of trouble.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm a testimony of that. Just not doing it the correct way. And the IRS is the silent partner that nobody knows about. And if you mismanage it, they're going to correct it for you in their own way. And
then you're mad, and then you're mad, like, man, I didn't want him to do this, or man, I didn't want that to happen. But it happens if you don't do it correctly. And I do think that would be the first thing that I would do if I had to start my business all over again.
Right. So the world blew up. You came back, popped back up on the screen, Opulent Productions. You would start networking, and you will put together a finance team as early as possible, not after.
Not after you make your first $20,000. Not after.
Okay.
Before.
Okay.
Because you might have made that $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, but you have nothing to show for it.
Right.
Because you didn't properly manage it.
I agree. I think that's excellent advice. Well, looking forward to the event, May 8th through May 10th. Anybody interested, please sign up through the Eventbrite link. If you're interested in any event planning services, how can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me many ways. I have every piece of social media out there except Snapchat. I'm not, I don't know that thing. But all of my businesses are, all of my pages, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my Twitter page. I actually have one for each business.
Okay.
So I have the Opulent Production side of it. So my Instagram, my Facebook page will all be Opulent Productions. And then I have the Women Means Business side of it. So Expo, for Instagram, it'll be at WMB Expo. And for Facebook, it's Women Means Business.
Women Means Business.
And then, of course, I have my email address, opulent2013@gmail.com.
Okay.
And wmbusiness2016@gmail.com.
Good stuff. And for Real Entrepreneurs TV audience, we are running a contest right now. When you subscribe or put in the comments, Women Mean Business, before May 8th, you do qualify to get free tickets for the event. So we want to encourage everybody to do that. I'm pretty sure that it'll be packed with value. And anything else you want people to know about the event that may have never visited a virtual summit?
just get ready. Have
Okay.
your notebook ready. Have your mimosa ready, or whatever it is, that you use to relax. Have it ready. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have interactive sessions, and we're gonna have a lot of business points. So just get ready and enjoy yourself. This is gonna be an event that you do not want to miss. We have speakers from all over coming in to speak about different things. And if you are struggling with making sure your business is healthy, that is definitely a breakout session that you want to make sure you attend. This is just going to be an event that you don't want to miss.
Good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks again.
Thank you.